That scene was caught at a Black Lives Matter protest over the death of George Floyd in Minnesota. The protest resulted in a violent confrontation with police and the shutting down of the highway. The Black Lives Matter group has been fighting to be heard since 2013, and the phrase itself is now being seen on the streets and screens all over the world. BLM is a political or social movement that protests against racism, discrimination, and inequality experienced by Black people. It's usually a bunch of people gathered together to protest, and sometimes it ends up as a riot. The meaning of BLM is to create an equal social standing for Black people, but at some point, BLM slowly declined and became a scam. A big scam for people to use in the name of standing up for inequalities. In multiple BLM protesting activities so far are either a bunch of people throwing bottles or assaulting police, just like the one at the beginning of the video, in the name of BLM. We also see people cursing profanities and acting like a bunch of goons. So far, there are several donation scams, terrorist action, and even murder in the name of BLM. That's a bit too far, but it exists. For example, there are this case in Los Angeles that was reported by several neighbors in the neighborhood of Woodland Avenue. And when the police arrived, they were greeted by a 39-year-old man named Rashid Thompson, who looked like he is on drugs, and upon further investigation, they found 12 white female bodies in his fridge. Those female victims all have something in common. And that is in their mid-20s, blonde, and all marked with the writing Black Lives Matter and BLM. Though he later on claimed that he is on bath salt, then we later found out that this was fake news used to create a hype. But look, now we know BLM is pointless and is used to create multiple hypes. In another case, this organization called Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta, made by a 33-year-old man named Tyree Conyers Page, used the death of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery to raise more than $450K for himself, as seen in the video.
Accused of using more than $200,000 in donations from the Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta organization. We're talking to pay for things like food, entertainment, furniture, and tailored suits for himself. The FBI says he told donors their money would be going to causes related to social justice and the George Floyd
Another
case.
is this email that asks to vote for Black Lives Matter with little to none information and a file which is technically a virus. These are called phishing scams or phishing email, and it's a scam by which an email user is tricked into revealing personal or confidential information which the scammer can use illicitly. And finally, there are protesters who disturb the peace, loot from shops, and destroy many businesses.
Oh my God!
A shopper cannot believe what she sees when she enters her local supermarket to buy groceries for her family.
This is sad. This is sad.
For 15 hours straight, looters have laid waste to the store. Some of them are still inside.
This is the problem.
This is just a snapshot of some of the damage that people will be waking up to in Soho.
Bloomingdale's on Broadway right now. We also have some new video that we can show you from overnight of vandals in action. Rioters smashed windows all along Broadway, Spring and West Broadway. High-end stores like Gucci, Versace, Tory Burch broken into and looted. Police believe the destruction is a result of organized anarchists infiltrating peaceful protests, finding areas where police are not present, and causing chaos.
With this information, you should already get a guess of what happened under the banner of BLM. Perhaps now it's no longer the black activists that wants to stand up, but instead, it is all now coded with many people who wants to do something against the law, and morality are just a bunch of irresponsible douchebags.